My name is Polly Barnfield. I'm the CEO and founder of Maybe, and I've got a great masterclass set for you today. Right, we're going to hit share on other channels as well. So, right, here we go. Hello, my name's Polly Barnfield. I'm the CEO and founder of Maybe, and I'm going to deliver this masterclass for you today, which is all about unlocking the power of AI. I don't know about you, but AI is absolutely transforming the way we work. I'd love to know actually from those that are on the call today, who's already using AI. I think, to be fair, it's creeping into our lives before we know it. And many of the solutions you're using, you've maybe got a little button that says, use some AI. So a lot of us are beginning to use AI without knowing we're using it. But this masterclass is really about looking at how can you do your best work faster? How can your team do their best work faster by unlocking the power of AI? So just let me know how you're getting on with AI so far. Question is, what can AI do for you? It's not about doing more work. It's about, can we do better work faster? And today's agenda is all about saying, how can we help you reach more customers? How can we help you grow your sales? How can you stay ahead of the competition, do better business, and be more efficient? It's as simple as that. Oh, I've got some people saying there's a problem with sound. Can other people hear my sound? Strange. Sorry, before I go on, I just want to check that you've all got sound. Can you hear? Just, there's a couple of people saying no sound. Have you got sound now? Have we got sound? Please let me know if you've got sound. It's D, I think it's that's having a problem hearing me. D, let me, I'll ask you to talk if that's okay, D. I hate people not being able to hear. D, can you hear me? Can you hear me now, D? Hello, D. Hello, D. D, could you just let me know if you can talk? Can you talk? Hi, D. Perfect. Okay, brilliant. Fantastic. Great to have you in. Right, let's crack on. Apologies for that, everybody. Right. So today's agenda. Today's agenda: reach more customers, grow your sales, stay ahead of the competition, do better business, and be more efficient. What could be better than that? So, and I think AI has a large amount to do with how you can achieve that. What do we know about it? Well, we've helped over 25,000 businesses connect with their customers digitally, and we've done that by implementing AI support across our business. It has changed the way we do business forever. We're using AI in how we build code. We're using it to deliver support, create content, and all of our clients are beginning to do the same. We work with everybody from the UK government through the projects we run with local councils. We do lots of support projects, and we have a lot of clients that are doing incredible things as a result of how they use our platform and how they use AI. Who's today for? Well, it's for ambitious business owners and team members that want to do the best work faster. I think we're in an age where there's an opportunity for you to make more money and save on costs, but that's not about getting rid of your team. It's about helping your team members do their best work faster and be amazing in less time. So if you're somebody that is working for a company, don't be scared of AI. Think, actually, how can you be awesome using AI? So at least each of your team should be able to deliver twice the output. We've been working on a tender document today, and with just 2 people working on it, we've pumped out an incredible amount of work because we can be able to use AI alongside it. Now, if you're good at it, I think you can 5x yourself. And it's really unbelievable what it can do for you. But the trick is, how do you get it to work for you? And how do you get it to work for your company? How do you get 5x to happen? And with a bit of investment, you can also get experts on your team without having to pay expert rates. But just imagine if you could say tomorrow, I wish I could ask Steve Jobs how he'd do this, or I wish I could ask Gary V how he'd do this. Well, you can with ChatGPT, and the way that we're using it inside products. I look forward to showing you that in a moment. So you'll leave today with proven prompts, access to Maybe AI, and a very, very special offer that I'm really excited about. But do stay to the end, otherwise you won't get all those great things. You have a choice right now, which is that if you like, we're at a moment like when the wheel was invented. You could just say, no, I'm too busy, I can't change the way I'm doing business. Or frankly, you just have to decide which version of the wheel do you want to use, because it's going to happen. And by investing and basically learning how to use this, you can put a very fast wheel on your business very, very quickly. These guys have done that. We're doing this, and we'd love to invite you to share the journey with us. The two businesses on the left, far left, Keith Scarrett and Law & Company, have been clients of ours for a long time, and they are really sort of part of the reason why we've adopted AI, particularly for customer support, because what we were seeing were the businesses that we are supporting around digital communications were the ones that were getting the great results. And both of these guys have got to a point where they are delivering over 100, over 6 figures in revenue per month through online channels. And neither of these had online at all, if you go back about 4 or 5 years. And so they have these sort of traditional high street businesses who have transitioned to having online brands that sit alongside them, the online brand that are overtaking their physical brands. Now, I'm not making judgment about how people should do business, but what I'm saying is these two businesses, with very little resource, have fundamentally changed their business forever. Now, we look back and thought, well, how is it that some businesses succeed far more than others? And these two were very curious. They came to all our training. They asked us a million questions. And bluntly, if we actually looked at the return on investment for us of did we make money out of these clients, the answer is absolutely not, because we overserviced them. So for us, automating customer service and providing 24/7 support on demand with all of our knowledge is changing everything, because it means no matter if you've got a question about creating a reel or building an audience, or how do I create an automation, how do I automate my calendar bookings, we can now deliver an answer 24/7. But not only that, we're using AI to, as I said, write tenders, do all sorts of exciting things. And it's changed the way we do business. It's changed our capacity for doing business in the same way that it's changed how these guys are driving incredible sales through their businesses, because they're using AI to create ads, they're using AI to create audiences, they're using AI to pick the right images. And we want to show you how you can do the same. So, do we know what we're talking about? Well, I hope so. We've been doing this quite a while, and we pride ourselves not just on the technology, but also on the quality of the support we deliver. It's imperative to us that we deliver a result for our businesses, and everything we invest in is about saying, how can we deliver service better? How can we help businesses get a better result? So I want to discuss today, how can AI help your team achieve 80% of the output in 20% of the time? And at the end of this presentation, I've got a really, really special offer for you. But you do need to stay to the end. Sorry to be a killjoy. And as part of that, if you accept the offer, you'll also get access to our absolutely gangbuster AI prompt Bible. You will get a slightly smaller version if you decide not to take us up on offer. So I'm not being completely mean, but this Bible is literally every training we've been to, every session we've absorbed, and in all the work we're doing with AI, we've created one big compendium of all the prompts that are working for us. And we will share that with you. It is a result of quite a lot of money invested and quite a lot of time spent. You're welcome to it if you take us up on our offer. Well, I better show you what it is, isn't it? Just let me know in the Q&A how many of you have used ChatGPT. There are thousands of AI-powered products out there, but really the starting journey was ChatGPT, and all of the products that are being built right now, in the main, are built off GPT, which is an API which you can embed in your product. There are other products like Bard from Google that are working really well, but I'm going to just do a demo of ChatGPT, because if you haven't seen it, or maybe you are using it, it's really extraordinary just what it can do. I like taking it for a drive. So this is the prompt guide that I mentioned to you that you will have access to if you take us up on our offer. And I'm going to show you a few, literally there are 125 pages of prompts. Prompts are the things you use to tell AI what to do. So we're going to start with quite a simple one. Actually, I'm going to have a play first, but right, let's start here. Excuse me, too excited. Let's do a new prompt. So we're going to start with, we're not going to start with anything business related at all. I'm going to start with, I need a recipe. Need a recipe for fish chowder. I'm going to say right now, I'm the most appalling typist. So if I'm making a mess of this, please don't worry. Chowder. What chowder. What's great is that ChatGPT doesn't. I need recipe for fish chowder. ChatGPT doesn't mind if you're a poor speller or typist, which is a relief for me. I'm a dyslexic, so apologies for that. So you can ask it anything. You can say to it, "What's the fastest way to sell my car or paint a room?" Anything you can dream of, you can ask ChatGPT. So I've asked it for a recipe for fish chowder, and there it is. Fish chowder is a hearty, delicious soup that's perfect for any time of year. I really fancy some fish chowder tonight. Instructions. It's going to write it all down. Now, if let's say I looked at it and said, "Oh, I haven't got a bay leaf," you can ask it, "What do I do if I haven't got a bay leaf?" You could also say, "I love Jamie Oliver, so how about if we say, how would Jamie Oliver improve this?" Nicely, badly typed. So again, this is kind of bound to the expert piece. You can ask any expert at any time to mark your work. In this case, I'm asking Jamie Oliver to look at that recipe and improve it. But just imagine if you were writing a proposal, or you're writing a board paper, or you're trying to write some social media content, or you're trying to write a blog, and you could say, right, acting as a name an author that you love, could you please review this? Could you please write this as a certain person? So we had a recipe, and now I'm being told to add lemon zest, roasted garlic, a splash of wine, smoked paprika or chorizo, chunky vegetables, croutons, rustic bread, and finish with olive oil. So I've gone from, that was amazing, I got my recipe, to actually how to make it awesome. And the same thing applies. So if you said, "Now, right, actually, let's imagine where you've got a fish restaurant, and we need to create some content for it." So actually, this is a prompt that I've already copied. I'll show you what I've done. Got ahead of myself here. Somewhere down here, in here, we've got some nice simple prompts around copywriting. That 125, I think it was. So some nice copywriting prompts. 125. Here we go. Generate creative calendar of social media content coming week's table format for my social media network. So I'm going to copy that, and you can do exactly the same. And I drop it in here. Here we go. Drop it in here. Generate a creative calendar of social media content for the coming week in table format for my Instagram profile. Profile using a focus on sustainable fish. Sorry, appalling typing. Sustainable fish. I create lots of recipes to tempt new clients and get engagement on my feeds. So it's just like briefing a team member, right? I create lots of recipes on my feed. So create a creative calendar of social media content for the coming week in table format for my social media profile. Now you could say, no, I won't spoil it. Right, so hit go and see what happens. So create a calendar for your Instagram content focused on sustainable fish and engaging recipes sounds like a great strategy to attract new clients and boost engagement. Here's proposed content plan. And it is chucking you out a plan as simple as that. Now, this is one of about 600 prompts, I think, that exist in that document that I'm tempting you with. You can have, we've tested them all, they're amazing, but they've also given birth to the next iteration of Maybe Tech, which I'm going to show you, because whilst this is awesome, it is awesome, don't get me wrong, but I'm going to show you something that's even more awesome. We're going to go here and look at one more. So that's amazing. You've got content here. So this is, you could then say, right, share unique recipe featuring less known sustainable fish, highlighting the benefits. I'd actually say, could you write, so could you please write, could you please please act as an expert copywriter and create me a blog and both long and short form social posts, social media posts on Mondays. Content, Mondays suggested content. So it's like having a team member. You can get them to do something, and then you say, right, I like that. Can you do a bit more on it? So you've liked the post, which was all about recipe post, share a unique recipe featuring lesser known sustainable fish, highlighting its benefits and tastes. It's giving you some hashtags, and now it's going to write you the whole blog. So it's not give us interesting. It's not giving you the sustainable fish, and it's not giving you the recipe. So if we went back now and said, actually, I'd like to make this about, I can stop it, so you can stop it, and I'm going to say, could you make this about what's a great to make it about cod and fish chowder? So could you this all about cod and fish chowder? It does know much more than fish chowder. Let's do something else. Cod and a fish pie. There you go. So fairly simple instructions, and it will now start again. Here we go. Now imagine how much time that would have taken you. So you copy one prompt. So what you've done is copy one prompt and asked for some ideas. You've now said, right, please expand on Monday. And, within the space of how long? 5 minutes. You've now got a blog. Interestingly, it hasn't given the recipe. So I'm going to stop it again. So stop and say, please, can you add the recipe? Please, can you continue? But include, sorry, pause spelling again, a recipe in the style of Jamie Oliver. Recipe in the style of Jamie Oliver. Now, granted, if you talk about recipes, you possibly know how to do it already, but just want to show you how you can ask any expert. And again, as I said, we're talking about fish and Jamie Oliver. We're talking about a fish here, but you could be talking about any topic you like. Talk about changing car tire wheels or anything you want. Oh, I've just seen more and more people joining the webinar, actually. Be great. Just please do use the Q&A and let us know any questions you've got. And just whether you're currently using AI, knowingly using AI. We were discussing earlier on how you're probably already not using it because it's being embedded in more and more products. But you get the idea. We've gone from I'm not sure what I'm going to post to actually now being able to create the content live here without having to there you go. So here you go, keeps coming. Yeah, written the whole recipe. And I'm actually going to get ahead of it and say, great, can you start again? Great, can you give me the finished article? Great. Can you do a finished article? Finished. Oh, do the post. You get the idea. It's all done. How about that? Love to know what people think of that. I think that's pretty amazing. It is literally like having an assistant beside you all of the time. It never answers back. And you can just keep pushing it for more and more and more. I'll show you one more prompt. So I asked for a very simple prompt earlier on. We asked it about generating creative calendar for you, those that you joined later. I'm going to go right to the very beginning just to give you a sort of idea of the depth of this. Now, if you're going to sort of do more advertising, for example, with on social media, one of the things people talk a lot about is personas. Sorry if this is making people feel ill. and how you understand what people look like. So creating a dream buyer avatar. This is something that many agencies spend a lot of time doing, and brands, big teams spend a lot of time working out who their customer is. So let's show the power of this. So literally just by taking this prompt, we can come in here and we can say, we'll start a new prompt. It doesn't know that when you start a new prompt, it forgets the conversation you were on previously. Let's jump in here and say, assume the role of premier market research analyzing, specializing in consumer psychology. Your mission, craft a thorough buyer avatar for a fish restaurant. Sorry, sticking with fish today. I'm going to have fish for supper tonight. A fish restaurant. Represent that do not spell correctly. Wish I could spell. It'd be so useful in my line of work. Never mind. Never been able to. Never will be able to. Demographics. Yada yada yada. Da 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 da. Any more square brackets? No. There you go. I'm going to put for a sustainable. There you go. We're now going to create a buyer avatar for a sustainable fish restaurant by pressing button. Now this would take people hours if you were doing this manually. And it's going to spit out a response here. But if you were to read it and think, something I slightly disagree with, remember that you can now go and have a row with this thing and ask it to work harder. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Right, so you've got access to GPT. If you pay for it, you get a slightly better version, but use the free version, and you've got a bunch of prompts. But I'm going to show you something that's much better than that, because one of the challenges with GPT is every time you have to start from the beginning and say who you are. But as you can see, look at this. Look at this. It's amazing. It's amazing. Now imagine that embedded in products that know who you are. Hold that thought. Right. So I'm going to crack on. I seem to be. Here we go. How's this sound to you people? Hit share on my screen. Slide share. Right. Okay. So ChatGPT is one of thousands of AI tools now available. They're out there. The challenge is that we've already got too many business tools. There are now a whole host of AI tools as well. I'm really passionate about making it easier for people to do their best work faster and making it easier for people to know what are the tools they should use to do the right task. Content is now how you get their attention. It's how you give value, and AI, without doubt, makes it much easier to deliver it. You have, as a business, please learn how to use AI to create content, because it's going to change the way you do stuff. Content is the beginning of the journey to capture customers and sell more, bluntly. But the challenge we all have is that journey is broken down into little tiny stages, and it's really easy to drop the ball between stages. So if you're creating great content and you haven't got a capture mechanism, as in web forms or calendars and web pages, you don't turn that content into results. So some people, will be doing social media, so it doesn't work. But it doesn't work, it's not capturing the details, or maybe they're capturing the details, they're not asking for sale. Then you've got upselling, you've got to follow up. That's a massive task. It's a massive task. And if it's just, one of the things that frustrated me is that we were constantly diving between multiple platforms to do it. So one of the things that we have really focused on at Maybe is saying, how can you create one platform that brings this all under one roof? Because I don't know about you, but sometimes I feel like I'm running around like a headless chicken, and I know that these guys did. So we've really listened to all our customers and said, well, how can we make this easier? And the first thing we did was that we introduced Maybe AI to our customer support. And now if you go to our product and you ask us a question, we deliver an answer in seconds. We were reviewing this data the other day, actually, I read Bognet this week, that says, I think it's about 10,000 inquiries. We have on average answered questions within 11 seconds. And 89.9% of people give us starry-eyed reviews. Only 3% of our questions we have to respond to by person. Now, it doesn't mean you get a benign answer. It's because all of our knowledge that we've created over the years is pushed into our knowledge base, so that you can get access to it immediately. Now, not only can we deliver this to you, but we can show you how to do it for your business. If you are fed up with answering the same question all of the time, there's a way to automate that, and that's one of the things we can help you do. So this is amazing, but ChatGPT is amazing, but what we believe is even better is if you can make it know who you are, and I'm going to show you how to do that. because otherwise you run the risk of all of your team or some of your team using it a bit, and they'll also use it differently, and it all starts to get a bit out of tune, and it's a nightmare. As a business owner, your job is to try and make everybody play in tune and play at the same speed. And whilst AI is fantastic, if everybody's using it at different rates, it gets quite complex. So if you're feeling like flip a neck, this is too much, don't worry, you're not alone. I've been there, and we've really worked very hard to come up with a solution that can make it better, so that you can understand how you can 5x your output and at least increase the output of your team by 2x. So bluntly, do your best work faster. As I said, we've got Maybe AI. We've got a whole raft of short 5-minute videos, which our AI points you at. So if you ask how to create a reel, it shows you how to do that. I don't know about you, but I've used YouTube millions of times to solve problems. It's great, but suddenly you've lost 2 hours because you get so distracted. Using our support AI, you can literally go from, I don't know how to do a thing, to having an answer and getting the thing done, rather than spending 2 hours getting lost down a rabbit hole. We've got personalized AI, which I think I'm going to show you right now, actually, because this is the thing that is absolutely a game changer. So all that lovely stuff I showed you on ChatGPT, imagine what would happen is if you baked it into a platform. So imagine having all of these prompts that I showed you, all of these, already baked into a platform that knows who you are. Well, we think that would be quite exciting, and that's exactly what we have delivered. We haven't really told anybody about it yet. So you are, I said there's an offer at the end of this. Well, you are one of the people that is going to have in the wrong place. Let me switch my account. Here we go. Get to where I need to be. Here we go. So switching accounts. This is a Maybe dashboard. We're going to go to personalized AI. So this is the Maybe dashboard. So I've been just faffed about for 2 seconds. Sorry about that. And this is our personalized AI. And this is so all of those prompts that I've shown you in this document are hard coded in here. So rather than having to copy and paste from a document, you can come in here and say, I'd like to, let's say, do some target audience analysis. I'd like to do a deep dive into audience. And I press the button, and that is like copying the prompt in that Word document, except it's sat behind the product. So sat behind that deep dive into audience is the entire prompt that you had to copy and paste previously. And oh, that's a pity. So don't have access to specific user data, but we can explore some general characteristics target audience. You have access to our social feeds, work on that. So each account is linked to your social feeds. So this does have access to your social feeds. So you have access to our social feeds. Can you work on that? You have access to our social feeds. Please work off that data. So this, what they say about never doing live demos. You can guarantee this is going to work. When you do live demos, this always happens. It has a row with you. Certainly. I reviewed your recent social media posts and noted the engaging content you shared about upcoming social media masterclass. Today, here you go, bingo. It's clear that your audience is interested in staying ahead of digital trends and leveraging AI tools for their social strategies, given the upcoming Chinese New Year and Lunar event. So you can see how it knows who we are. Now that changes everything. So let's now go to write great content and say, I'd like some Facebook content creation, create some engaging Facebook campaign concepts. So again, this has got the prompts that we had shown you in that document, which, don't get me wrong, they have their use case, but it's quite hard work because you're all the time going to tell ChatGPT who you are to a place where you click a button and that prompt is deployed and the technology knows who you are. So here, sure, based upon the top performing Facebook post from Maybe, here's a concept for a creative campaign tailored for Maybe at Facebook to boost your brand visibility engagement. AI powered social media success. So here you go, it's created content for me around that. But just to show it's not magic, I'm going to switch to a client account who knows that I'm doing this. We would never share your data if you were on here. So I'm going to use an account called 7View. Sorry, machine is not liking streaming today. 7, right, 7View home improvements, here we go. And we're going to ask the same question. So we're going to go to the same place and you'll see immediately how the AI knows specifically that you are who you are without having to be told. I'm going to ask the AI exact same question I just asked it on the Maybe account, and we'll see how it responds differently because it's different. It's a different business in here. We just quite talked. Here we go. So switch to 7View. And you can see here it's got just like it's resetting because it didn't. It's now refreshing. When you go to explore again, we're going to go write great content, and we're going to go Facebook content creation, and we're going to say Facebook campaign concepts. So that's exactly the same ask that we made before, except it's for a different business. Now, no magic tricks. It's like holding my hands up. I'm not doing anything underneath the table. The system is now saying, here's what you can do, and it's looking at Chinese New Year is coming up on February the 10th, and this campaign can highlight the importance of fresh start and fresh home upgrades as part of it. One idea. So this is a home improvement brand, and it's looking at one idea is to create a series of posts featuring home improvement tips related to Chinese New Year traditions. For example, it could create feng shui. So I'm say I like this idea to create a series of traditions. So I'm saying I like this idea. I like this idea. Can you expand on it and create a series of posts? Sorry, not posts, posts. Of a series of long form social media posts. Here we go. Right. So it's come up with an idea for you, and it already knew who you were. Remember, I've switched accounts, and without telling it anything else, it's now creating content for me. Look at that. That is what I call exciting. Absolutely. Let's create a series of engaging long-form social media posts related to Chinese New Year improvement and captures festive spirit to promote brand visibility. Right. I think it hasn't finished. Have you finished? Please, can I have 5 more? The beauty of this is it never gets bored and it just keeps chunking it out, but it keeps chunking it out as you. So look, uncover the secret of creating a restful and rejuvenating bedroom environment in alignment with feng shui principles. The feng shui principles and guide your journey of rejuvenated, prosperous living space. And so it goes on. But all of the time, it knows who you are. And this just saves you so much work. So we could say, hasn't finished, to be shared a few later. Continue. We can say, this is great. You would ask it to get the rest of it, but let's say, great. Can you also create a blog post? On this for us. Now, the beauty of this is that you don't have to make your prompts as complex because you haven't got to keep telling it who you are. It just knows who you are. And if you can imagine from a team perspective, this makes it really easy to get all your team creating content that's on brand, on message. So certainly I can create a blog for you. I have a content especially maybe I can create content for blog post. So all the time we're saying, if you need any help, do come here. So if you need any help, if you need more help, you can jump in on our help and say here, for example, you could say, how do I publish my blog? So it's written your blog and you say, how do I publish my blog? Our support will then show you exactly how to publish this great content you've just got here. How do I publish my blog? And AI is now finding you an answer, and you will have the result as if by magic in a few moments. Here we go. To publish blog, you can click the publish button after setting up necessary details. If you need more guidance, you read our article here. So here we've now got an article on how to schedule blog post. So think of the time that has just saved you. You've gone from not sure what I'm going to post to having 5 posts ready that you can go and schedule, and we can create images for with our image AI, but I'm not going to show you that today. I'm only going to show you that if you take me up on my little offer, I'm going to offer you the thing, to creating a blog, to being able to see exactly how to publish it. I don't know about you, but that can take days, can take weeks within a business. I promise you, you can make it happen so fast. So got a whole raft of questions coming here. I'm single-handed today. So will it create blog posts for you on any topic? Yes, it will. Can you ask the blog to write a certain style? Yes, you can. Will the platform create images for you? Yes, it will. Not here, but actually within our marketing section of the platform, when you're creating posts, you can create images to go with all of your. So if I go to automation, actually, you can see some of our images here. Am I going off piste? I get myself told off when I do this. If we go to content AI, you can see, if we go to images, you can see a whole selection of images. All of these images actually have been created by AI. We've literally asked the AI to do a thing and it will show them to you. I don't know if you can see them here. But anyway, just yeah, absolutely, we can create AI images. Do you do automations? Yes, we do. You're jumping ahead in my presentation. Right, I'm going to go ahead and go back to our presentation and take you through more things. So that was a whistle-stop tour of a tiny part of our platform called Personalized AI, but I promise you it is an absolute game changer. It means that you never have to keep telling ChatGPT who you are, and you never have to copy and paste anything in it ever again, which I think is incredible. This is a lovely thing. We have a calendar here that shows you exactly what special days are coming up, so you've got a way to create content based upon seasonal events. And again, it knows who you are, all wedded inside. Images, like you said, I told you we're going to cover this. But you never, ever need to be stuck for images again. Question actually on that calendar. Does the calendar know all the days in the year? Yes, it's got about 1,000 different days of the year scheduled into it. So you'll know exactly what content to post when. And you can schedule it. It's really simple to schedule it across all the major platforms, with the exception of X, which is just being horrific for everybody. X, I was a lover, I'm now a hater. You didn't hear that here, but yeah. Our scheduling will work across TikTok, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, but as with everybody else, LinkedIn, X is proving very challenging right now. Running high performing ads. Now this is incredible. You can come here and we'll show you how to do this in a special offer if you accept it at the end. How to create ads for any platform. Running ads can be so complex. Here it becomes a matter of clicking a few buttons, and what's more, you've got our awesome ads lady who you can talk to, who will show you how to turn £10 into £100 and more. You can build landing pages, funnels, and blogs with the AI, as I just showed you. You know, it's no good just having great content. You've got to, as I said, be able to connect it to your customer and get them to become a customer. Automations. I've got the most amazing team member who is just incredible at this, where literally you come in, you filled in a form and you get put in a flow. So that means you get the right emails, the right SMSs. Probably actually as a result of coming to this masterclass, you'll have had SMS messages, you'll have had emails, but we haven't pressed any buttons. We set it up once. It is now happening multiple times. And that's how you do your best work faster. So a combination of AI to write awesome messages, let me know, tell me what you think of them, but then the automation to deliver them to you at the right time. Reporting on demand for all channels, so you know whether what you do is working and whether it's making you money. And this AI, sorry to bang on about it, but it really is a game changer. But this whole idea that it's just sat there waiting for you rather than you having to tell it what to do is really important. It means all of your team can use this. I'm nervous of all of our team using AI in the open world because it all sounds different. This way, you get to be on brand. So if you feel like this about running a business and digital comms, I know the feeling. I'm feeling better all of the time. Now we're starting to really manage AI. The whole business of using AI for customer support has changed my world. But the AI for content creation is unbelievable, and I want to share that journey with you. I want to help more people achieve great results, and I know you haven't got hours. I want to show you how you can use AI to automate content creation, translate content or response into any languages using AI. You can get AI to write your ads across a whole range of channels, access the tools you need all in one place. But you're always left with that feeling of, well, how do I glue it all together? Where do I even start with this? So we've put together quite an exciting offer that really replicates what we know has worked for the clients that we have that are absolutely knocking this thing out of the park. And we've thought very carefully about how do we recreate the lessons that they've taken years to learn and condense it down into what we call a business intensive. So you get all of the magic sauce within a 6-week period. Now, I'm going to let you a little secret right here and now, which is there is no magic button with this. There's no magic button that says, just make all of this work. It's a process, and it's a process that you and some of your key team members need to learn. What's more, it's all changing all of the time. It's all changing really, really fast. So we also guarantee you that we'll keep it updated. So once you've taken the course will continue to be updated. The prompts will continue to be updated. The platform will continue updated with those prompts, because we have just stepped on a conveyor belt of extraordinary speed that is changing the way business is done. In particular, it's changing the way customers react. And I think it's really important that we all, if you want your business to grow, you get on board. And so that's what this business intensive is about. Would you like to know more? Hit yes in the Q&A if you want to hear more. Oh, yeah, nobody said no. That's good. Okay, we'll keep going. So, sorry, I'm teasing. Been a long day. Business intensive topics, 6-week online course where we've got 6 key topics. One is an introduction to AI and digital marketing, where we'll really do a deep dive in how you can use AI to drive your marketing faster. Topic 2 is personalizing communication with AI. So really looking at how you can personalize AI so you get extraordinary results really fast. Optimizing social media and ad campaigns. We've got a team who have, repeatedly delivered great results for ads. We want to share that knowledge with you. You can bring your ads. We can help you really start to get under the skin of what it takes to drive a successful ad campaign. Contact management tools, contact management and CRM tools. We're going to show you how to begin to automate all of those important pieces of the marketing process. So that really blends the contact management and automating marketing together, because you can't automate it unless you can manage your contacts. So topic 4 and 5 are it's what I call the engine behind the ads. There's no point running ads or having great content unless you've got that engine to make it work. And then topic 6 is really pulling it all together and looking at how you can implement and scale your business with AI. We have very limited spaces available for this masterclass. I nearly didn't want to. Sorry, we have very limited spaces for business intensive. We nearly didn't run this masterclass because we are virtually full. And the first session actually starts tomorrow. I appreciate this is sort of very last minute, but if you want to snag one of the last sessions, please be ready to jump on this. There are a bunch of extraordinary bonuses. So you get your Maybe account set up and 60 days free access to a business account. If you've all Business Plus account, if you've already got a Maybe account, which I know some of the people on the call have, we'll work out how how that works for you. You get that 150-page prompt Bible that I've already shown you, and ongoing updates forever. We have paid thousands to get hold of that knowledge. So you're giving yourself a massive shortcut with that. But as I say, most of that knowledge is also already baked into the Maybe platform and configured to your business. So all of those prompts are working for you all of the time. Bonus 3 is you get lifetime access to all the intensive recordings and training prompts. So if you can't come to any of the sessions, you get access to the training forever. And if we do new trainings or update it, you'll also get access to those. Bonus 4 is really important. You get access to our team, not just via the 24/7 support, but also for live daily sessions where you can come and you can bring your ad and go, look, I've done this thing, but it's not working, or I've done this thing, it's working amazingly well. We'll say, great, spend more money on it. Whatever the problem, you bring it, and those sessions are broken down into relevant experts from our team they're a great bunch of people. I've worked with them for a while now. Honestly, you wouldn't find better people to help run your business. Early access to all new features on the Maybe platform. We're always pushing out new stuff. Actually, we have a roadmap. You can see what we're pushing out. And this leads me to bonus 6, which I think is really exciting, which is we want your feedback. And this is why we're making this quite limited. We want your feedback as to what you want us to build next. And this is like having access to your own dev team. We've got some businesses that have really helped us define how we do this personalized AI piece. That's really why it's come about. Actually, businesses saying, well, actually, this whole AI thing is amazing, but I'm really, really struggling to make it sound like me. So personalized AI is a result of feedback from customers. Imagine if you could say, this is a big problem. We go, do you know what? That's a problem everybody else is having. We will build it and you'll have access to it, included in your price, guaranteed. Really, to be blunt, what size of wheel do you want to put on your business? Because the train's left the station, this thing's happening. You just need to be able to decide how you attach AI to your company. We love it. Whole team are living, breathing the AI dream. I don't know whether they'd say that all the time, but it's changed the way we work. We are so excited about it. We want to show you and share with you how it could do the same for your business. As I said, there are limited spaces. It's $9.95 per person. It's only available for people to come to this masterclass. And if you want to have a spot on it, you need to go to maybetech.com/go. I would suggest today and book your spot. Because we are pretty full. And it starts tomorrow. If you can't make tomorrow, don't worry, because it will be recorded, and all of the live sessions go on forever. You know, the 6 weeks, it's a 6-week course, but the live sessions will go on forever. That doesn't go away. You've got access to that forever. And now the guarantee is very, very important, which is that we guarantee you a full refund if after a year of doing this course, you can say to me, in all honesty, I've been to everything, I've applied it, and nothing's happened. You get a refund. If you buy it and don't turn up, you don't get a refund. If you buy it, and as I said, you do stuff and it doesn't work, you will get a full refund. But as I said at the beginning, there is no magic button. What we give you is a shortcut. We give you a shortcut and we give you a way to hold your hands. We're attending training elsewhere all the time. We're paying quite a lot of money for it. And what we want to do is make sure that we share that with other people. We want to make sure that you're learning the shortcuts that you can make your business grow faster. There are a whole stack of questions coming in here. So yes, it starts tomorrow. If you can't make it, what time does it start tomorrow? Oh, that's a good question. I think it's 3 o'clock till 5 o'clock tomorrow. If you can't make it, don't worry, it will be available on catch up. All of our catch ups have got chat alongside them. So whilst you're not watching it live, you are nearly live, because you can ask questions in real time and get answers in real time, both by AI and by humans. Don't be put off by our 24/7 AI support. Once you use it, you won't actually know whether you're talking to a human or not. And remember, if we can do it, you can too, and we'll help you understand how you can do that too. Question around, will it all be about the Maybe platform, or what if I want to sort of schedule my content elsewhere? It's a really good question. So if you want to go and schedule your content somewhere else or do it natively, that's absolutely fine. We will help you craft your content through Maybe, through the Maybe AI. But if you're committed to scheduling it somewhere else, that's fine too. Don't worry about that. We are about providing you with the tools to do your best work faster. And if you have other systems you need to use for email or whatever, that's fine. What we provide at Maybe is a complete suite of tools, and you can pick and mix what you want. But the personalized AI is unique, it doesn't exist anywhere else. And we will teach you how to be a racing car driver of it. And you'll be knocking it out the park in no time at all. More questions. Yeah, yes, just to confirm, 6-week course, and you can continue to access all of the data anytime, anywhere, anyhow. Go to maybetech.com/go and book your spot, please. Just to recap, you've got all of the topics and all of the bonuses. The bonuses are only available to people that buy the business intensive. There's nowhere else you can get 60 days free access to the Maybe platform. There's nowhere else you can get the prompts. And we don't offer access to early features and lifetime access and help determine what happens next to anybody else. So you're a bunch of very special people. We are, as the team knows, we are a product first company. We love building product, and we want your feedback to help make it even better. But we're great at delivering training. So I'm a key part of the business intensive. I really look forward to being delivering it and being part of it and sharing what we're learning. Because honestly, not everything works. You'll do something one day and think, gosh, that's hard, but it's really working. Another day, you'll do something very small and get a disproportionate result. So we have seen lots of lessons learned across a whole range of businesses, both B2B, but I've seen some questions actually here about B2B. Yes, we absolutely work with B2B businesses. Obviously, we are a B2B business ourselves, so we have to learn all of those things firsthand and are very au fait with using AI for B2B, but a lot of our clients are B2C. So we work both ways. I'm in America, will this work for me? Yes, that's why we've made the intensive from 3 until 5. It's so people from both sides of the Atlantic can join us. And obviously it's available 24/7. It will be in a portal where you can access it and you can ask for help 24/7. So please don't miss out. Please do get on and book. Oh, another question here. Somebody asked, can they book multiple seats? Yes, you can book multiple seats, but don't leave it too long. Any more questions? There's a question here. Someone's having a bit of a problem with payment. Not a problem. One of the team will jump on that. And do you offer funnel building advice as part of the webinar? Yes. And somebody actually, what's a funnel? So let me answer those two questions at once. So a funnel is an automated flow that helps you sort of take somebody on a journey. You know, maybe you fill in an ad, you arrive on a landing a web page, you fill in a form, you see another page, and then you get emails appearing left, right, and centre straight away, and then you probably get a text message. And do you know what? You buy from those funnels because you're being surrounded by the brand very, very quickly. That's a funnel, and yes, that's what the automation, the contact management, and the automation part of the business intensive is all about. It's all about saying, how do we automate your business? That's absolutely covered, and we've got a very lovely lady who covers that piece. I'm working with her very closely at the moment, and she's a delight. So she'll be helping with that. If you actually go and look at our test Trustpilot reviews, you'll see a name called Danny pop up a few times, and she will be your helper through that. Lovely lady called Fiona will help us with the ad session. He delivers extraordinary return on investment for a wide range of clients, and she'll share that knowledge with you. And both of these people are available for our lives. They are available not just for the session we deliver around the topic, they're also available for the live. So it's not a one and done. We're not going to deliver it and run away. You've got access to us to help you make your business go faster and help you do your best work faster. So please don't miss this chance if you're hovering. I can see lots of people cracking on. It really is filling up quite quickly now. So please do book in. You've been a great crowd. I promised to take an hour of your time. I'm sorry about the slight sound issue at the beginning, but I hope it's all worked for you well now. Oh, I've gone the wrong place now. So thank you. I would like to help you transform your skills and your digital communication. a couple of questions around multiple people again. Yeah, absolutely. If you want to invite some of your team, all of your team, but by all means, that's absolutely fine. The price is per person, and that's a non-negotiable. We've had so much interest in this. That's just how this works. Don't miss your chance to do this, because it's all about saying, how can we help you get the most out of AI for your business, regardless of the platforms you're using. The ones that are non-negotiable is the maybe platform for your personalized AI piece. But if you need to shed your content elsewhere because that's the way your business is set up, that's absolutely fine. But everything we can do, you can take somewhere else, but it's all personalized. That is the game changer. I love you and leave you now, because I'm about to start coughing and I can't hold it back in anymore. You've been an amazing crowd, and I look forward to seeing a whole raft of you on the Business Intensive starting tomorrow. If you have any questions, just go to our website and pop them on the chat icon. Don't miss this chance, maybetech.com/go, and really look forward to seeing you all there. Or those of you who have bought, which is quite a lot of you actually. Good for you for booking in. It is going to be a really exciting session. I just want to finish with, I honestly could not get through my day now without AI. And if you haven't yet started that journey, don't leave it too late. And if you're an employee sat on this call, my top tip to you is become a master at it, because you will become so in demand. I can't tell you. If you can really master AI, you will be the employee of demand, and you can go anywhere you like, because it's like having your own personal team you haven't got to pay.